With the goal of creating housing opportunities for the intellectually disabled, Lights offers support, guidance, and an opportunity for individuals and families to meet other like-minded families and develop partnerships with them. To tell us all about this incredible program, please welcome the founder of Lights, Mary Pat Armstrong, and her daughter, Jenny. Thank you so much for being here, ladies.
Thanks, Shay.
So maybe start us off by telling us a little bit about how the organization was founded.
Well, I guess I have to go back to Jenny and growing up in Toronto and not knowing exactly how to find independence for her when she got old enough to hopefully be independent and exactly what that picture would look like. But because the government wait lists are 10 years and more, I really didn't want to go that route. So when Jenny was about 26 or 7, my husband and I, in consultation with Jenny, who said she at that point would like to live independently, we looked for a home for her, found a couple of housemates, hired a caregiver, and away we went. She settled in, and watching how she flourished in her independence made me feel that I had to do something to help other families who not only didn't know how to do this but couldn't afford to do it, and many times had been waiting on lists for several years and were angry and frustrated and didn't know quite what to do.
Yes.
So I approached Community Living Toronto, who I knew well. They're an organization that's been serving the intellectually disabled for almost 70 years now, and they do a fantastic job at that. And I said, would you like to partner with me in doing this? And they jumped in immediately. So we spent about a year. I formed a board of directors, started raising money, went around and looked at other housing situations that were already in place and that were Community Living Toronto's housing, because they have been in the housing market for a long time too. But they own their homes, and we did not want to get into the business of real estate at all.
That's right.
We help families do their own thing.
Okay.
So 5 years ago, we opened our doors.
Wonderful. So Jenny, you live on your own with a facilitator, and how many other people do you live with? 2 others. And so there's a group of 4 of you living there. And how do you like living on your own?
Good.
You like it?
Yes.
I hear this week you have a Christmas party coming up at your home. Exciting. Good. And you're also very independent in terms of you have a job. What do you do? You have 2 jobs, right?
Yes, I do.
Yes. And so one job is it CIBC?
CIBC Mountain Bank.
So you work at a mailroom.
Yep.
And the other one is at?
Confident.
At Community Living.
At the Community Living. So very independent, which is wonderful. That's great. How does that feel to see your daughter flourishing and being so independent on her own?
Fabulous. Fabulous.
And you must have seen some really fantastic success stories in the last few years. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we've got 55 young men and women living independently now since Lights started.
Okay.
And most of them, I think, go out and work or go to day programs every day. They live with 2 or 3 other friends in the home. They also, it's all this independent living is supervised, so somebody's living in, but there are different, what's kind of neat is each family is unique, and we approach the situation that way. So some households have an organization called Friendly Housemates, who are students, and they come in, and for room and board, they are friends to the young people who are living there.
Okay.
And those young people go out to work every day, and the friendly housemate goes off to school.
Right.
And other situations hire a caregiver who is there sometimes 24/7, sometimes just sleeping there at night and making
Right.
sure that the young men and women get to where they need to go every day.
Right.
But
so different situations for different people, right? And you have, if you actually go through this process, you ask everyone to do person-directed planning. Tell us, what is that all about?
well, we have 2 staff members now, and one of them will sit down with a family and find out where they want to live, what the young person likes to do during the day, if they have a job where that is, so where it would be appropriate, what kind of housemates they might like to have. So we introduce them to different like-minded families as
Right.
well.
Yes.
And we help them really importantly, we help them drop an annual budget.
Okay.
Because there can't be any fluff in this budget, because we're raising money to support the budget, plus a family has to kick in a minimum of 20% of the budget. So I would say these budgets average around $30,000-35,000 annually.
Wow.
Which is a whole lot less than budgets for government group homes.
Right. So there is a need for funding for your organization. And let's talk about
Huge
that,
need.
because you take them through a 5-year process. And then after that, they have to be more independent. What's going on in that situation?
Well, for 5 years we support them financially, and to a maximum of $20,000 annually. And for the first year, our staff help them manage their whole independent living situation. After that, the family really takes over. This is a family-driven program and initiative, and so the family needs to realize that
Right.
they're the major support in this as
right.
well. At the end of 5 years, but any time in the last 4 years, if they run into a crisis, our staff are right there beside them to help them.
Okay.
But after 5 years, we have said that they need to take over
independent.
all the finances themselves.
Okay, so we don't have any more time left, but you need funding, so we need to visit your website, which is?
www.lights.to. And if I could say one other thing to
Yes.
everybody listening, get out there and get to know somebody who has special needs.
Yes, it's very important. Thank you so much for being here, Mary and Jenny. I appreciate it so much.
It'll really enrich their lives.
Absolutely. Find out more about Lights by visiting their website, lights.to. Up next, the 3HL Tour. Stick around.